Hey guys, what's going on? This is my second video in a series of posts on LinkedIn, which, by the way, I've never done a series. I feel like I've been elevated here, but there's gonna be like one of you who maybe catches all of these. But it's an important subject. It's one I think it's going to define our future, and that is when we go into a world of push button, get clear to close. So it's a frictionless environment for a consumer to change lenders. What can we do? What should we be doing to increase our client capture and pipeline conversion? And these are things that we really got to think about. So in this particular one, guys, I'm going to talk about the subject of adding value to the consumer after you close the mortgage transaction. This is pretty vital because we talk about ourselves as being mortgage consultants for life. But realistically, if we don't add value after the mortgage, we are transaction consultants. That's all we are, right? So there's three different layers you can look at and explore, and you really should look at all three of them when thinking about your future business plan. The first one is look at yourself, because you can control yourself. And I'll give you some ideas of what I'm talking about in terms of value add. I recently had an originator tell me that they put together a financial literacy program for kids. And then every time they talk to a borrower or a parent, we'll call it, that they're doing a mortgage for, they say, hey, by the way, for people that I close mortgages for, I offer a free financial literacy and real estate literacy for children. And it's fun and we make it exciting. It's a couple nights over the course of a week. And parents are loving it because this is a subject that parents want to teach their kids, but don't know how to. And so if you're the person that does it in your market, imagine all the families that you're going to be able to pull in. There's lots of stuff that you can do. You can do client appreciation events. You can do community involvement. But whatever it is, by creating a value after you close the mortgage will cause this person to want to stay with you when the other lender isn't. The other angle you got to look at is the people that you work for. Like many of us change jobs every 2 to 3 years. Just look at NML's Consumer Access. And when you're changing companies, do you ever evaluate? We always evaluate the important stuff. What is their operations like? What's their fulfillment? What's their product depth? Well, when fulfillment goes away or the differentiation of fulfillment goes away, what else should we be looking at? One of them should be, what is the value the consumer is going to get or the company is going to give my consumers after the mortgage is closed? Loan Depot, for example, we do a lifetime guarantee. Close a mortgage with us, we will give you a refinance with covering the costs at some point down the line. Or we also have multiple services. We have insurance. We used to do personal consumer loans. We're adding value beyond the mortgage, creating a stickier situation, creating them wanting to continue to do business with us. The third area is don't forget that vendors do exist in our industry, and many of them, well, they exist for good reason. There's one company out there called HomeBot, as an example, that instead of our old school recipe card top of mind awareness marketing, they're sending your consumers value added information about the home that they reside in, the equity that they have, how they could use that equity, and what's going on in their marketplace. Like that is a very value added, sticky situation that the client gets from working with you. And so whatever it is, guys, you really need to take the time to define that. And I know we're busy, but this future iteration of our industry, clear to close in seconds, is not that far off. And you got to begin the journey of defining what you're going to do to add value after the close. And remember, it is much more than top of mind awareness flyers that we've been sending in the past. So hope this thought pattern helps. Look for my next post in the next couple of days.